Had somebody come onto my site the other day, and let's just say they were having an off day on the whole thinking aspect of life. And one of the guys asked me when this individual left, he goes, "Do you ever look at somebody and think to yourself, the wheel's spinning but the gerbil's dead?" Sometimes. Unfortunately, sometimes that's me, so I really can't say a whole lot. Well, I'm heading back to the site right now. I had to take a bit of a break and go pick up a battery for Benita's car. Well, it's a Ford C-Max, and you'd think it's a hybrid, so batteries wouldn't really be an issue. But as I discovered, the hybrids don't use their driving battery as a starting battery. You still need a starting battery. And when that battery doesn't work, your car will not run. You would think that with the electric, it would just start with the electric motor and then sort of jumpstart, kick in the car. But it doesn't do that. It just needs a regular car battery. Now, it's not a regular car battery because when I called around for a C-Max battery, nobody had that kind except Ford, which is a great way for you to be pretty much tied to the hip to Ford to go buy batteries from them, which I just did. That's a little bit of a rant, has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but it was a little frustrating. $200 for a little battery. Anyways, there is a lot of times in life you talk to somebody, you meet somebody, and you know that they can put on the face, but behind it, it's not working. Even though they've got everything, the capacity to do what they need to do, when they open their mouth, you realize they just don't have the wherewithal to get started. A lot of times it's people have a lot of great ideas and they can talk up a good storm, but whatever it takes to get them started just isn't there. However, when a need arises that they have to do something that is important to them, they've got all the get up and go in the world. For example, people will do the craziest things in an emergency. Things that they'd never do. I remember one time when I was a kid, my sister got hurt, and my dad ran over to get her. Now, if you knew my dad, we didn't know at the time we knew he had a bad back, but he also had early onset of Parkinson's, but he wasn't the type of guy that was motivated to get up and start stuff. But when DC was hurt, wow. I mean, the biggest thing for us kids wasn't that DC got hurt, it was that dad ran, and we watched him go. And that's the truth. If we're motivated by the right thing, we have no problem getting up and moving. But a lot of times we don't, because the reality is, although we like to see that wheel spinning, we're really not ready to get started and move anything and start the job, do what needs to be done. So that leads us to a place where we can ask a question. Why is it that I am not willing to do what needs to be done? Why am I not willing to start the job? Why am I not willing to step out of my comfort zone? Why am I not willing to go and share my faith or invite that person to church or to be an encouragement or to love or to, and fill in the blank. Why are we not willing to start doing that? Well, I don't think it's because we don't have the power to or the capacity to. But the battery, that thing to get us started, isn't there. That motivation that gets us beyond the procrastination, gets us beyond the insecurity, gets us beyond the fear, that's not there. So what is it that needs to be there? Well, I believe it all comes down to love. Jesus said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. Jesus said to Peter, when he said, Peter, do you love me? And he said, of course I do. And Jesus said, then feed my sheep. See, it all comes down to how much we love God. And if we're not willing to share our faith, if we're not willing to walk across the room and invite that person to church, if we're not willing to, I think it really comes down to where our love relationship with Jesus Christ is. I know this is the question I ask myself when I find myself not willing to do something. Why don't I love Jesus enough to do it? Well, that's a question we need to ask ourselves. How much do we really love Jesus? And does it motivate us to get up off our seat and do what needs to be done? I got a new battery, car's going to start. Hopefully the gerbil on the wheel isn't dead. And I'll start being more and more motivated to get up off my seat and do what needs to be done. And I hope this has been an encouragement to you to do the same. All right. Well, God bless you. I hope you have a great day. And if you like these videos, hit subscribe. If you are encouraged by them, drop me a line. Let me know how it's been an encouragement to you. Or if there's anything that you would just like some thoughts on, just let me know. All right. God bless you. Bye for now.